Right, let's check the lever, see if that little fix worked. Can you brake light there, John?
Yeah. No. No. No.
Isn't that funny? Can't quite tell what's going on there then. Might just need a new switch. I mean, I could switch the switches over while I'm here just to test them. Maybe I'll do that. Let me switch them over just to test them. Right, I've swapped them around, so I've put the broken one on this side, although it's not broken. Let's see if it works. No, look, it's not working on this side either, is it? Is that braking lighting, John? No. Alright, so I simply need a new switch. It's frustrating though, because this one works. Oh, hang on, I've not got it plugged in. Stupid. Oh, it is working on that side. So let me see if I can get the other one working on this side. I think we're sorted, guys. Let's have a look. Good. Good, we're back. I was just saying to John that sometimes I just go online and buy these switches 12 quid a time. Other times take them off, grease them up, clean them out, reset them, and you can fix them. Right, I think that Piaggio is MOT-able. Right, I'm going to attempt a MOT today, guys. Let's check the brake lights are working. That's working. Look at that. Let's check the rear one. Good. If they're going to break any day, it's going to be the day off MOT. We've got a reflector there. Down light's working. Number plate's fine. Front light's working. High and low seems to work. Let me double check that. Button's a bit stiff, but ooh, there you go. I might have to chuck a bit of WD in there. It's very stiff. Bit of WD in there. We've got a horn. All the indicators are back to normal. Good. Steering left to right. Shouldn't be notchy, shouldn't be loose. Has to stop, has to have a stop. Horn works. Mirrors are on. You don't need mirrors for MOT, guys. You don't need a speedo. It don't matter if it works. High, low. Tyres are pumped. Tyres have good tread. I think that's passable. I'm going to get absolutely soaked on the way. But for me, it's a MOT ready bike. So I'm going to do it. Nice, lovely, smooth bike that. The headlight light is a bit stiff, but touch of WD-4, we should sort that out. That bike had been sitting a long time, but he did something, because when I picked it up the day I bought it, it fired up first time. So he'd done a lot of work that he didn't say he'd done on the advert. He sold it for scrap price at 300 or something, 400. If he'd said had the car cleaned, put a new battery in, he would have got a couple of hundred more. So yeah, actually, because I didn't carb clean it, it doesn't need it. Saying that, all the light bulb fix and the regulator issues and that stuff is a pain. Mechanics might spend time on that and cost money. So it's needed something, hasn't it? But I have no doubt that'll pass, and that'll go up today for 1k, I think. I mean, normally I'd do 1200 on a Piaggio, but I'd quite like some quicker cash. I'm going on holiday next week, so I think 1k on this occasion. Try and get rid of it in the next 3 or 4 days. Just why not?
later.
Hi everyone and welcome back. I just got back from a week away in Fuerteventura, Spanish island. Great week with absolutely amazing friend. First time I've ever been away with a friend rather than family or partners. So lovely. When I come back to projects, I have to kind of reset myself. I kind of go over them again to see what's right and what's not. The Piaggio Fly is sold. I didn't even advertise it. A local wanted it. That's done. I think I'm possibly taking a Part X for the 50cc. You would have seen it not long ago. It's the one that I worked on that was stolen and recovered. It's that one. So I'm just doing her a favour. She wants a bigger engine. That's fine. This Harrier, there's something about it that's bugging me. It just doesn't start as easy as I'd like it. Saying that, it hasn't sold even at £700. It does start. It starts every time. But you can't put any revs in it. It just doesn't like that. I think I'm going to throw on a new carb. I just want it to be at its best. It's not a nice bike. It drives beautifully, but it's got a full service history, and it's done stupid miles for a Chinese bike. Look, 29,000. That will be what normally that bit's kilometers, but I think it's miles. But ultimately, it's run its whole life. Someone's loved it, and it's run, and it won't stop running. It's serviced. It's great, but on paper, it's a Cat N previously. And the panels are bad in places, so you know, £700. Someone will come one day and try it, and they'll take it because for the price, it's worth it. The mutt, I can't remember what the mutt does or doesn't do. I'm going to be honest with you, so I'll pull that out tomorrow or the next day, and I'll go over it again as if I just got it, and we'll look at what it needs. It definitely has a puncture in the rear. I really don't know if that's as simple as pulling out the inner tube and patching it with a bike kit. I really don't know. I'm going to try though. And I think everything else on it is great. The rear brake may or may not be spongy. You can see I've got it strapped down. I've had it strapped down for a couple of weeks, hoping some air comes out. I'm going to do some reverse bleeding with it soon as well to try and get that to be a bit more solid. And then this guy is a good bike. I just haven't got round to putting the exhaust back on and getting to its nitty gritty. So it is a good bike. I've kind of kept it till last on purpose because you know, doing them 3 Harriers at once were a bit boring. The recording was a bit boring. The editing was a bit boring. The work was a bit boring. So I wanted to push that aside while I worked on the other stuff. My hope is that sells at some point, that sells at some point, that sells at some point, and I'm left with that. That will become the bike that gets me enough profit to buy the next 1 or 2 bikes. That's my hope. Finally, garage door is being fixed. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's always... nothing holds it up. I have to lift the full weight. The runners are gone, everything, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you don't need to know the ins and outs of my day-to-day, but the door's being replaced tomorrow after years, no joke, guys, 7 or 8 years of arguing with the local landlord and saying it's dangerous. The only thing that holds it up is this. And I put that there to hold it up. Nothing else holds it up. It's barely on its rails. It often comes off. So finally, there's a new door coming on, but that means I have to be more sensible with this area here. So I'm currently just cleaning and getting things to the back. I know people hate my garage. It gets messy quick. The thing is, it's always a balance when you do so many bikes with what do you keep versus what do you throw. And that balance becomes such an issue. But once a year or twice a year, I do a big old clear out, and that's due soon. I've got a few weeks off now, so that's probably coming. But other stuff. And at some point, I want to get John's tyre done properly. I want to get the Triumph fired up again. It will have stale fuel in it now. We fixed the pinhole in the tank, which is good. But yeah, I want to get that thing. I want to hear it again. And then John kind of needs to decide what his plan is with it. If I was John, I'd be selling it. It's worth 4.5, 5 grand. And I'd be buying a modern bike. He can still store it here. But something that he can just press the button on every 3 months and go and enjoy. I really don't think this will be a bike that he ever enjoys. I think he loves having it. I love having it. It's a stunner. But I'd love him to come and, and press a button on a bike and just go, just be modern. If I was him, I'd transfer the money from that into the new Triumph 400 Scrambler. So that's it, yeah. I can't remember what the mutt does. I can't be bothered doing it today. But yeah, my KTM is it needs bits. It needs a new radiator. There's a hole in the radiator. It's not an obvious hole, but you'll see when I run it, there's a wet patch in the middle, and the bike does overheat, so it needs a new radiator. I'm really debating at the moment whether I put an original on or an aftermarket stainless one. The original did last 10 years. It was fine, but it was never really great at managing the heat anyway. The stainless, I think, has 20% better efficiency. I just can't wait. I don't want to do a 6-week wait from China though. I've got to be honest, I need it soon, and I want to throw it in soon. I'm due a rear tyre very, very soon. So this bike needs a few hundred put into it, but I do love this bike, so I am going to. Hi guys, I've got the garage door people coming today, so I have to hang around 8:30 till 10:30 until they turn up, no matter what. So I'm thinking I'm going to attempt to do a puncture repair on this inner tube. Anyone who's watched the channel a long time, or anyone who knows me, I hate doing tyres. I'm no good at it. I can't stand it. But I have got everything I need: a basic puncture repair kit, a stand, big old irons, and a little iron. You know, to an extent, it should be manageable to take the tyre off a touch. I'm hoping to take one of the sides off and pull the inner tube out. I'm hoping it's kind of a simpler process than I'm normally used to, but it won't be because it's me. It'll be a right pain in the arse. But these guys, you know, these guys are due between 8:30 and 10:30, which winds me up really. Just give me a time. So yeah, I'm going to get on with this because I think the rest of the bike is pretty much spot on. If I remember rightly, it needs a little bit. It needs, you know, a bit of a chain tidy. Chain's good, no stiff links, but it needs a clean. Main thing is this inner tube. If I fail massively at this, which I probably will, I'll take it to the shop. I'll get them to do it. It's not a huge issue, but I'm going to give it an attempt today because I'm hanging around at the garage anyway. Somehow I got the tyre off. Here's your hole. It's very tiny, but it looks much bigger on camera. Possibly 2 there. I'll put a patch across both, and I'll check the rest just in case. But yeah, interesting. It must have been a spike went through the tyre, so I'll check the tyre as well, make sure there's nothing still in there poking around. So, garage door guys are gone. That's nice. After 7 years of arguing, I finally got a door that's working. Tyres on. Patch repair seems okay. Tyres back on. I feel like it should bead fine because it's got an inner tube. I feel like the inner tube would help it bead. I could be wrong there, but I feel like if I pump it like normal now, it should bead. What I'll do is I'll put plenty liquid water in there, just to help it along its way. Gaffer tape sitting right there, right? I have this thing over the years that probably looks terrible, but when I do a patch repair on tyres, pedal bikes or motorbikes, I wait for it to dry kind of 20 minutes because it doesn't take that long. I put a patch of gaffer tape over it for another 20 minutes, half an hour, and I actually leave it on. It really isn't, I mean, if anyone ever does my rear wheels or front wheels and you see it, I would look like a right cowboy. But underneath is the proper patch properly on. I don't know why I've done it. I just kind of have success. It rarely fails when I've gone over the top. And it's not about using the gaffer tape to plug the hole. It's about just giving the patch plenty time to dry properly with some security. But yeah, I tend to leave it on, leave it in. I don't know if that's shocking or kind of okay, but let's see. You know how honest I am. You'll know whether this has failed or not. I guess, should I pump it here, see if I can bead it? Pump in plenty liquid water. I feel like it will just bead because the inner tube's pushing it. So let's do that. Let's try and get this popped, beaded, and I'll probably just chuck it straight back on the bike today, pump it overnight, and check tomorrow that it's held its pressure. I have a feeling it probably will, but when you're using levers on the tyres, you just don't know. You could actually you could make a cut in it. I'll be honest with you guys, that's happened with me plenty times. So you could pinch it. But what I did this time was I flattened that inner tube to the max. It was so every bit of air was out. Flattened it to the max. And that kind of makes it less likely to catch it. But we'll see.